Coloradans don't garden in November. The idea is crazy. This is the Front Range Gardener. And I may be crazy, but here are 5 ideas for your Colorado garden this month. Gardening in Colorado is wrapping up for the year. However, the eager gardener still has time to improve the landscape. Here are my 5 ideas for your garden. Newsflash, deciduous trees drop their leaves in fall. I know. But before you hit that dislike button, hear me out. Pine trees also drop older needles this time of year. See how this ponderosa pine's interior needles are turning brown. This is perfectly normal behavior. If the tips of the branches turn brown, then you have a problem. So my first idea is fall cleanup. In fall, we clean up leaves for 3 reasons. The first is for aesthetics. My landscape looks better when I clean up leaves and needles. The second reason to clean up leaves and needles is for fire suppression. Dry leaves and dry needles are like tinder. The third reason to clean up is to minimize the spread of diseases. Diseases like fungus and mildews leave spores that survive the winter. My lupins have suffered from powdery mildew all summer. By cutting them to the ground and cleaning up the debris, I minimize the number of spores that overwinter. In order to prevent mildew from spreading to the rest of my garden, I like to use disposable gloves and disinfect the pruning shears with Lysol when I'm finished. There are 2 good reasons to leave leaves and needles in your landscape. First is that decomposing organic material improves the soil. The second reason is that it's a lot easier just to leave them there. Idea number 2 is to plant spring bulbs. Spring flowering bulbs add spectacular color to your Colorado landscape. Bulbs like daffodils, tulips, and hyacinths are planted now and provide early color in spring. I can't plant tulips because deer eat them like lollipops, but I add daffodils and hyacinths to my yard every fall. November is the ideal time to plant bulbs. As long as you can work the soil, it's not too late. See my video on planting spring bulbs for more details. The third garden idea is to plant perennials. Fall is a great time to plant perennials in Colorado. We are past the heat of summer. The ground is still warm enough to encourage the roots to develop, and best of all, plants are on sale at your local nursery. The first 2 weeks of November are your last chance to plant perennials in the landscape until spring. See this video on fall planting for more information. You probably turned off your irrigation in October. However, warm days still encourage perennials to grow. November will still see sunny days, but there may be little natural precipitation. Your garden may get thirsty, so the 4th idea is to do some winter watering. So what needs to be watered? Any perennials planted in the last year need water. Immature trees need a periodic soaking. Lawns planted within the last year should be watered. In November, plan on watering about once a week if there is no natural precipitation. Water on a sunny day with the air temperature above 40 degrees. If there is snow on the ground, skip watering. Later in the winter, plan on watering about every 2 weeks. You can get more information from my video on winter watering. My 5th and final idea is to plant bulbs indoors for holiday color. November is the month to start forcing bulbs for a December bloom. 2 popular bulbs to force are paper white narcissus and amaryllis. Paper whites have attractive white blossoms and a powerful fragrance. They blossom about 4 to 6 weeks after starting. Amaryllises have stunning, large flowers in shades of white, pink, and red. They blossom about 6 to 8 weeks after starting. There are 3 ways to grow amaryllis. The first is the easiest. Buy the bulb encased in wax. No additional care is required. The second way is to buy a kit from your local hardware store or nursery. Everything you need is included in the kit. Just add water. The third way to grow amaryllis is the way that I like to do it. I like to buy loose bulbs and place them in my own shallow pot. Loose bulbs tend to be larger and finer quality than the kit bulbs. Plant the bulb with the top third exposed above the soil and water the bulbs thoroughly with warm water. Place the bulbs in a bright indoor location. There are more details in my videos on planting amaryllis. If you want more information on these topics, see these videos. November wraps up the gardening season in Colorado. Go ahead and take a break in December. You earned it.